Hi, my name is Abel John. I am the author of Collar the Cat. Tom and Jerry is television gold. Its basic premise of cat chases mouse moved generations of kids to the screen. Yet unlike Tom, house cats are ruthless predators that almost always catch their prey. New research shows that house cats are unsustainably clawing their way through bird populations across the United States.
And I want to talk a little bit more about the sources that you use too. I think I counted 5 sources in this essay at least.
I created an outline of the points that I wanted to make, and then once I knew what I wanted to say, I really filled in the evidence to substantiate my points. So for instance, I think one of the main article citations that I use in my essay is from the NPR article. And what I ended up settling on were those pieces of evidence in this long article that really proved my point of cats being a really big problem in the local community. But when it came to framing my argument and using this research correctly, basically I just followed this claim, warrant, impact sort of process. The introductory paragraph leads you into the problem, and then it basically establishes the problem. But what's important for you to do next is to explain why this problem is the way that it is. So explaining how cats have such an effect on bird populations. Cats bring home up to 11 dead birds, rodents, or lizards a month, according to Professor Roland Case in the NPR article, Why House Cats Are God's Perfect Little Killing Machines. On its own, this cat fact isn't too surprising, but when we consider almost 4 in 10 households own a cat, feline predation has an outsized impact. And that's when I really started to use the expert's testimony. But the impact is really what explains how significant this problem is for society. The Fish and Wildlife Service tally annual feline kill counts at 2.4 billion birds across the United States. This has had a devastating effect on the bird population. According to the New York Times, bird counts across the United States have fallen a staggering 29% in the last 50 years. At the same time, the popularity of cats in America has exploded. So I cite the Fish and Wildlife Service talking about how cats in total kill 2.4 billion birds. And then I add on to that with the New York Times article that actually puts some context into that 2.4 billion birds number. It's to make sure that the evidence that I'm certainly citing is from an accurate and well-researched sort of place, to where when you actually include it in your essay, people can see this external point of view and realize, hey, he's certainly taking advice from the experts or other organizations. And I think that certainly lends credence to the paper.